Imagine your eyes snapping open at 5 in the morning, not in a silk-sheeted king-size bed, but on a literal leather couch inside a dusty rocket factory. Because, congratulations, you are Elon Musk, the world's first official trillionaire. And sleeping in a normal house is way too mainstream for your chaotic brain. Your day doesn't start with a relaxing yoga session or a green smoothie. It starts with an immediate dive into your phone to post a deeply confusing, low-quality meme to your hundreds of millions of followers on X, instantly causing Wall Street stock market analysts to choke on their morning coffee and wiping out $3 billion in hedge fund value before the sun has even fully cleared the horizon. By 6 a.m., you are pacing around a high-tech kitchen while a Michelin star chef stands by helplessly as you ignore the organic meal they prepared and instead chug a lukewarm Diet Coke and eat a stale donut. Because your brain is already operating at 3,000 miles per hour, calculating how many tons of rocket propellant you need to ship to Mars by the end of the decade. At 7 a.m., you are walking the factory floor at SpaceX, casually wearing a t-shirt that says, "Occupy Mars," firing off intense engineering questions to literal rocket scientists who haven't slept in 48 hours. And when a senior engineer tells you that a specific titanium valve cannot be manufactured in under a week, you look them dead in the eye. Tell them that laws of physics are the only real rules, and everything else is just a recommendation, and proceed to completely redesign the valve yourself using a video game engine right there on your iPad. 9 a.m. hits, and you aren't stuck in regular morning traffic like a mere mortal. Instead, you hop into a prototype Cybertruck that looks like a giant weaponized stainless steel toaster, driving it like an absolute madman over to the Tesla Gigafactory while simultaneously joining an emergency Zoom call with European satellite operators who are literally begging you to move a Starlink satellite cluster just so their citizens can get better Wi-Fi to watch a football match. By 11 a.m., you are pacing around the autonomous assembly lines at Tesla, realizing that the production robots are moving too slowly for your liking. So you order the entire engineering team to reprogram the Optimus humanoid robots to walk faster, casually wondering aloud if you should teach them how to do the Macarena just to mess with the internet. While your assistant frantically updates your schedule, which is strictly broken down into brutal 5-minute blocks, where missing a single second could cause a global market fluctuation. It is 1 p.m., and lunch is a total disaster zone where you are frantically eating cold, greasy pizza with your left hand while using your right hand to sign a $4 billion military contract with NASA generals who are sitting across from you trying to look professional while you are actively wearing a giant cartoon cat hat and laughing at a funny dog meme on your phone. At 3 p.m., you decide you are officially bored of being on Earth today. So you board your private supersonic jet, which basically functions as a flying sci-fi villain lair where the cup holders are rated for literal rocket fuel. And as you cruise at 40,000 feet across the country, you check in on the Neuralink laboratory to watch a live stream of a monkey playing a AAA video game using nothing but its mind, causing you to text your team asking if the monkey can join your private Call of Duty lobby by next weekend. By 5 p.m., you touch down and head straight to a boring company testing site, staring down into a massive underground tunnel and casually pitching the idea of selling another batch of 20,000 literal flamethrowers just to fund your next subterranean Hyperloop project, completely ignoring your PR team who are crying in the corner because your latest tweet just accidentally made a random cryptocurrency coin skyrocket by 4,000%, creating an overnight army of teenage internet millionaires who are currently building digital shrines in your honor. 8 p.m. arrives, and while regular humans are winding down with a nice reality TV show and a home-cooked dinner, you are standing in the pitch black of Boca Chica, Texas, looking up at a towering 300-foot-tall stainless steel Starship rocket that looks like a giant, shiny thermos, drinking your fourth energy drink of the day and telling the launch crew that you want the next orbital flight test moved up to Thursday morning, even though the flight computers are currently running on a modified version of Linux that you personally patched together while sitting on an exercise ball during lunch. It is 11 p.m., and you are locked in a dark room at the X headquarters, furiously reviewing lines of corporate code, rewriting algorithms on a whim, and single-handedly managing the digital town square of the human race, while tracking the fact that your companies now control over 75% of everything currently orbiting the planet Earth. Realizing that you don't just run businesses anymore, you are literally operating a live-action simulation where the graphics are completely real and the stakes are the actual survival of human consciousness. Finally, at 2 a.m., your biological battery completely runs out of juice, and you collapse right back onto a pile of unwashed Tesla hoodies in the corner of your office, your phone still vibrating with 3 million notifications a second, and your net worth ticking upward by $50,000 every single heartbeat as you close your eyes for a quick 3-hour nap, smiling into the dark because you know that when the sun comes up, you get to wake up and casually drag the entire human race into the year 3000, whether they are ready for it or not.